Super Mario 3D World is a Wii U game that came out in 2013 that Nintendo started selling on the Switch in 2021 for the price of a brand new game. Now, even if this was my favorite Mario, as it seems to be for many, 93 Canadinos for an 8-year-old Wii U game is a big ask, so thank God for Christmas. So the question becomes, how do you sell an 8-year-old game for the same price as a game that came out 3 seconds ago? Well, if you're Nintendo, you can honestly just do it. I feel like Nintendo must be one of the only companies that can actually get away with selling previous gen games with the most basic improvements for the same price as a brand new PS5 game, and they know it. They could print out the Nintendo logo on a piece of paper and glue it to a jar of toenail clippings and sell it for $93. Which is why Bowser's Fury is such a special thing. Nintendo could just as easily have sold 5 trillion copies of 3D World on the Switch as a standalone, and yet they included a whole other game with it to sweeten the deal. As much as I rag on this company, that's pretty badass. Bowser's Fury is a weirdo game. It's identical mechanically to Super Mario 3D World, except instead of having a bunch of linear, course, clear-ass challenges with stupid fixed camera angles and shit, it's a massive, seamless open-world experience. The older I get, the less patience I have for anything that isn't actual gameplay. Cutscenes are fine if it's a good story, but if you're forcing me to push up on the control stick to climb a structure just as an excuse to show off how good the PS4 is at rendering graphics, or wade through an endless oasis of sand that doesn't have any yellow coins or stars in it, you gotta get that bullshit out of my face right now. So Bowser's Fury comes in and says, okay, here's a game that's literally just 99.63% gameplay. Yeah, I counted. If you want to go to another part of the level, you just go. There's no hopping through paintings or portals, it's just fluid and instantaneous. This game is fun as hell. I beat it from start to finish 100% in a single all-nighter playthrough. This is one of those games that you can't just put down. Everything about it is captivating and, dare I say, addicting. And that's really all you need to do to make your game good. Just take all of the bad parts, you know, just bunch them all together and throw them in the fucking garbage. Pachinko level? Garbage. Prankster comets? Garbage. Remote control airplane that controls worse than Superman 64? Garbage. That's all Bowser's Fury is. It's just good ideas snapping together like a beautiful Lego structure. It feels redundant to say that a 3D Mario game has great gameplay. It's one of the few series that you can count on to be good every time. The game has a very expressive moveset thanks to the dive roll thing that they added to 3D World, but unlike 3D World, where the game wasn't originally designed with that move in mind, Bowser's Fury offers a lot more opportunities to pull some funky shit, at least in my experience. It's not quite as expressive and bonkers as something like Mario Odyssey, but like 3D World and Galaxy, the emphasis seems to be much more on the level design, you know, engaging with the moving parts of the world to a deeper degree. My dream Mario game is one that gets the best of both worlds, and I don't even know if that's in the realm of possibility, but I feel like this, along with Odyssey, have come the closest to doing that so far, and I really hope the next big 3D Mario can just perfectly marry those two things. Exploration plays a huge role in this game. There are all kinds of little secrets hidden around the map between optional cat shines, which, yeah, this game really likes cats. Every island has these 5 cat tokens, which turn into a shine, kinda like the red coins. Bowser Jr. can uncover secret rooms and shit. There are items you can find that you can add to your collection to use whenever you get into a tight spot, even if for no other reason than to just give you an extra hit of damage. You get an extra item whenever you hit 100 coins. There's the Lucky Cat upgrade, which lets you get a bunch of coins whenever you ground pound. That's my new favorite power-up. Now let's talk about the presentation. Do you guys remember in 2009 when that hyper-realistic picture of Mario was floating around the internet and there were all these guys going, "This will be Mario graphics in 2022," or whatever? Well, I gotta say, these certainly are Mario graphics in 2022. Even though Mario games all run on crappy Nintendo hardware, they always manage to squeeze every ounce of power out of it and optimize the look in the most precise way that it looks fantastic anyway. The art direction is phenomenal. It's super animated and expressive, it's bright and colorful and cartoonish, while still taking advantage of the benefits of modern graphics technology, with super rounded, shiny, polished character models and excellent lighting effects. And it still runs at 60 FPS, so it doesn't come at the expense of gameplay either, and it's just phenomenal to look at. It never fails to impress me how they managed to pull that off. I felt the same way about Mario Galaxy when it came out in 2007. Half the games on the Wii look like N64 games, but then here's Galaxy, which almost looks like a friggin' Xbox 360 game. Then you have the music. Every little sub-area has their own theme song, and they're all catchy and fun to listen to, while also perfectly capturing how it feels to be there. It's a world of excitement and whimsy, like Mario always has been, except when it's not. Although the overall tone of the game is distinctly in the camp of overbearing family friendliness like Mario has always been accustomed to, Bowser's Fury also touches upon a side of Mario that isn't seen super often, and that's when Mario gets fucking metal. Whenever Bowser shows up, it starts playing this heavy guitar riff as the sky darkens and he starts breathing fire at everything and destroying the entire world. Can I spoil the final boss fight for you? Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. You turn into a giant Mario lion and you start throwing shit at Bowser while this one-winged angel level theme song is blasting in the background. This is a full-on anime duel in a Mario game. Then you ride on Plessie and chase him all over the map while he just keeps fucking blasting you with fire and projectiles. It's a phenomenally epic conclusion to a relatively brief and understated game. And that's one of the things that Mario has gotten very good at in the last few years, making things feel big and spectacular. One of the coolest things about this game is how the world physically changes as you go on. Let's say you get a few cat shines in one sub-area and then circle back to it later and suddenly there's all this new shit here. That feeling that you're slowly unlocking and uncovering this world and bringing it back to life and slowly making the black paint disappear. It gives a real sense of accomplishment, kinda like how the island in Sunshine got progressively brighter as you got more shine sprites. And also, yes, black paint, the main antagonist from Paper Mario Color Splash, makes a comeback in this game. Way to pay homage to those classic Paper Mario characters. As a huge Paper Mario fan, Black Paint was probably my favorite character, next to Toad and the other Toad. Bowser's Fury is surprisingly intense. There's fuckster platforming challenges with one-hit kill lava pits that constantly rotate, looking like something out of Mario Galaxy. Bowser shows up every 5 minutes to mess with the game. He makes it start raining, so now all the platforms are all slippery and make you fall off the cliff and die. It's definitely not the hardest Mario game by a long shot, but when it decides to up the ante, it doesn't pull any punches. However, if you're playing the game well, you can hoard power-ups and then drop them on yourself at any point, which can keep you alive in the more intense sections. I remember I was chasing down Bowser on Plessie and I straight up forgot that I could dive under the projectile, so I just kept sucking down power-ups whenever I got hit. So there is a safety net if you're being stupid, but fundamentally, Bowser's Fury is still a reasonably challenging piece of work. At the end of the day, Bowser's Fury feels like a very well-made appetizer. It's not big enough to be its own groundbreaking AAA Platinum Grammy Award-winning Golden Globe Oscar-nominated Diamond Play Button title, but the relatively small mass that makes up this game is extremely polished and fun, with no low points at all. If Mario Odyssey is like a bacon cheeseburger, this is more like perfectly seasoned fries that somehow maintain the optimal temperature for their whole existence. It feels like the promise of something much, much bigger to come. And I actually think that if the next 3D Mario game was somehow just this, except 8 times the size, that would be fine. If this is a hint at the future of Mario, I can't wait to see where the next game goes. You know, when they finally announce it in like 7 years.